See, Agogo, don't worry. In the not too distant future, we will be talking about a new manager for Manchester United. I promise you that. To every single fan of Man United, me, I've said it. Yeah, and I've seen the David Ornstein reports about how Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the hierarchy at Man United still want to support Amorim, and they want to back him until the end of the season. That is not false, but this is my view on that. By the end of October, so that one, I'm not worried. But last night, we saw another thing that should excite Ghanaians but caused a few concerns. Antoine Semenyo scored again for Fulham in his best ever start to any season, as far as he's being a pro is concerned. And people have been asking, the Black Star squad list is out for the Comoros and Central African Republic games. And a lot of you have been wondering, Charlie, Enti Semenyo, how come he the fire for Premier League? But when it comes to Ghana, I am sheer heartbreak. He just comes. What is the problem? Yeah, we would have that conversation as well. And then Lamine Yamal. Look, I'm genuinely concerned for that kid because the people who are supposed to protect him are the ones who are now profiting off the kid. We're waking up to news that his mother is organizing a meet and greet. If you are a fan of hers, if you are her fan, if you're a Lamine Yamal fan, come and watch her, come and sit down and chop kebab and pay some money. We'll tell you why this is inimical to the image of Lamine Yamal and why we are concerned about the sort of entourage behind him and the sort of advice that he keeps getting. This is Prime Sports Extra. My name is Victor Achutamaklu. Cyrus Agogo is here. Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I flew your fire last week. That be our last night. I called you, say Charlie, for
on the
show again. Zakito.
Charlie.
You've still not recovered from the Manchester United game.
Forget that.
Charlie, your therapist called me. Your therapist called me. And viewers, can you imagine a therapist needing therapy?
Charlie.
Imagine the sort of consultation he has to do, the session he has to go through with a client or a patient, that at the end of which puts him in a position where he, the therapist, he will need therapy. That is what Zach did to his therapist. This morning we would unpack all of those issues. Zach, did your therapist lie? Did he exaggerate?
Atana nyumo. Wonderful she pan.
Charlie, you've never prayed on this show.
Atana nyumo. Nio fe how on fair no wonderful she. She Chelsea weekend on starty United sharing. Now we saw sharing kakra.
You are playing against Liverpool.
What is this?
Oh, Charlie, when I'm talking to God, why you know? Okay. Nyame kazawo. You tipeni nyame.
Oh, there we go.
Atani wa wonderful she. She ongo cry on the bush. Ongo cry on the bush. Tanya ungo. And say ongo mpoa, but for my say ongo mpoa. Hey, eradi be a my ongo mpoa be a my. If it's a town for now, dos work room. Eh, see, I wouldn't even say eradi many dio. Almost 3 and I'm team name.
I don't blame Zach.
Charlie, video no bobium. Say 3 back na in fact.
I don't blame Zach. Why be in fact? He's prayed. He's gone to see a therapist. Now the therapist is depressed. The therapist is depressed. So now he has to take it to God. But Zach, look, 1 minute before we get into our main conversations for today, just explain your state of mind. Have you properly recovered from the trauma of the last couple of weeks? Because Brentford buying Man United.
Chairman, you bought Champions League.
Brighton.
And Brighton.
See, I
forgot.
Relax.
So home, away, Europe.
Neutral.
Hey, relax.
Derby games.
Relax. Tubasi. So what Tubasi? United, Marseille, congratulations. Brighton, Marseille, congratulations. Red card. Why is it? Oh, why
You guys are not disciplined.
I don't understand.
Charlie, no,
Wait,
Your parents are not disciplined.
Me, you are no.
Zach.
Me, you are no. Whoa.
no, like
Oh,
see
let me answer.
You see the head of Medusa,
Yeah.
the Hydra head. That's a Chelsea's problem.
Which one is Chelsea problem is the head of Medusa? Me pacho mama me nkasa. E den krania. Wo team enye won dwe wo team ho. Mo nkom kotoje e mbom pa e mu.
But that team is beating you.
Yeah.
That team is. Now I understand why you needed to see a therapist.
Why can no kroma? Sa United team na red card won't me show via.
We did.
You know be red card United no fit score anybody and they know that. But you see the Chelsea team the Chelsea team, the red card, no. It was strategic. We were preparing for something.
Hey!
We were preparing for something.
Zach, today you are playing against Liverpool.
We were preparing for something.
We
were checking how the team will perform when we pick up a red card. And we realized that when we pick up a red card, we struggle. You understand? We struggle. But God being so good, we picked up a red card again on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? And we showed what we are capable of doing.
96 minutes. 96 minutes.
Oh, Chairman.
After the red card.
Oh, Chairman.
Final whistle.
So right now, what we can tell you authoritatively is that Chelsea, after picking up a red card in 3 games, when we were testing our potential with 1 man down, we can tell you authoritatively, say Chelsea, so we might a red card cry a show. So today, Liverpool fans, if you like, give Chelsea red card in the first minute, a show.
Guys.
We were preparing the grounds. You see,
Enzo or Regime.
you see our Chelsea red card in Suro. Open my red card. Your best show.
That's it.
Your best show.
I didn't have funny team.
But mama you can't pray.
A funny team. That's
I think summarize everything.
a funny team. Look, viewers. We'll get into our conversations. Enough of that. Now, I genuinely believe what Zach's therapist said, and after this, we'll have a conversation with the Joy Prime channel manager.
You know the point is that I cannot understand how someone whose team whose team has given him sleepless nights,
assets,
given him cold,
a wonderful member
made him
of the team.
Look. I love Agogo. I've never seen Agogo like this before. Okofio, I don't know how the son of Cora Hotel.
Producer, don't
the
mind
camera
this.
is so.
Turn his microphone off for me.
The camera is
Let's talk about the Black Stars here.
What Amorim has done to United fans is unbelievable.
Zach,
look, let me just make.
Let's talk about the Black Stars.
Let me just make this point.
Enough.
If you are a friend of a United fan, if you are a girlfriend to a United fan, please, from now to the end of October, keep close contact with them.
Hey.
Mrs. Amorim, Madame Agogo, or if it is Miss Agogo, wherever you are, my brother needs your help very much. Hey, Miss Tamaklo, wherever you are, you need your help very much. And they all know. The Pachomo show must see my wife. The Champions League,
Look, let's talk about Black Stars for a funny team.
Chairman, Chelsea, we are picking up. We are picking up, isn't it?
Look, yesterday, Otto Addo announced the squad list of Black Stars players who have been invited for the final World Cup qualifiers against the Central African Republic and Comoros. Lawrence Atizigi is there, Benjamin Asare, Joseph Anan, the goalkeepers. For the fullbacks or the defenders. Ali Dussedu makes a return to the team for the first time in about 12 months following his ACL injury. Gideon Mensah, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, Kojo Pepra Opon of OGC Nice is a debutant in the team. Caleb Yorenchi, who's becoming a regular. Jonas Ajete, Ebenezer Anam, and Alexander Jiku. Ebenezer Anam is making a return to the team after God knows how long. The midfielders are Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kwesi Sibu, Prince Owusu, one of the new faces in the team. He plays for Mediama Sporting Club, and of course, Mohamed Kudus. The forwards, Abdel Fattah Issahaku, also a returnee from the ACL camp, Joseph Paintil, he is on fire, Charlie. He became the 3rd player to record a first half-hat trick for LA Galaxy only 2 weeks ago. So he's one player that has got a lot of people excited. Christopher Bonsuba, Kamaldeen Selemana, Jordan Ayew, Iñaki Williams, and Antoine Semenyo are the players who have been handed call-ups by Otto Addo. Agogo, you have not spoken. First squad?
I think I don't really have any problem with the squad list, but I wanted to see I think the defense is okay. The goalkeeping department is okay because currently with Benjamin Asari's current form, 4 games, 4 clean sheets for his club side. It makes sense that we should maintain him as our first choice goalkeeper. And with the midfield department, I think I really want to see the pairing of Partey and Kwesi Sibo because they did well against Mali.
Yeah.
But with the attacking phase, my only problem is Semenyo because yesterday I watched Semenyo cooking. Not just yesterday. This season, this season Semenyo is cooking, and someone will be like, "We don't create for him in the blasters." We do. Clear chances, even empty net. Semenyo. So I think I will go with the spiritual aspect because I do believe in prayers. Ghanaians, we should pray for him. Semenyo will come to the blasters and cook for us. 2 crucial matches. We don't want any draw. Win the 2 matches. Yeah.
Zach, he's played 15 games for the Black Stars, Antoine Semenyo. He's got 1 goal.
That's very
But
bad.
if you look at him in the Premier League, and last night especially, look, he's scoring from impossible angles in different kinds of goals, different opponents. He's scoring against the big boys. He scored against Man United. Season opener against Liverpool, he scored twice in that game. There is no opponents that he's not capable of scoring. There's no defense that makes him faced. But in the Black Stars, he's just not the same player. What is the problem?
I think it's more psychological than it is his skill set. I think it's psychological. There is something about our players when it comes to the national team that, I mean, whether it's the environment, whether it's sometimes what precedes the game, the extent to which all of that affects them psychologically. I think it's so much about this, it's more psychological than it is, like Agogo said, chance creation. Because the games we played against Chad, against Mali, the chances he had, and if you look at what he's scoring for Bournemouth, those chances were easier to score than
this one. Yeah.
So the only, of course, I'm not a psychologist, but just based on my observation, I think it's more psychological because we know that in the Black Stars environment, what happens in the Black Stars environment is something else. What happens, even when the boys, because when the boys come to town, they do see what happens on social media. They see the commentary. They hear what happens on radio. If they happen to, even if they don't, what they call it, listen to radio or watch TV, they see the analysis. They see what people are saying. And if you want to be very honest, I'm not sure that is the same thing that happens around the Bournemouth theme. So that appears to be the only difference. It's more psychological. It's the environment around the team. And it's understandably so because the Black Stars is a national asset. Bournemouth, I mean, with all due respect, it's somebody's business. Yes, they've got a fan base, a community that supports them, all right? But the Black Stars is the heart of the nation. So the commentary and the kind of sentiment that follows the team will always be there. But it's now up to the player to be able to psych himself so much that he will be able to replicate what he does at Bournemouth. Because clearly Bournemouth is comfortable. He goes there and he feels at home. He feels at home. He's able to play his football. Even if he spoils a chance, he can find himself again and try and create something. So it's more, what do you call it, psychological. And I don't know, of course, we've got a psychologist in the team who's been helping the boys, but I don't know beyond that what else needs to be done to make him feel comfortable and banging the goals. Same to, what do you call it, Iñaki Williams.
Yeah.
All right, even Asamoah at a point, Asamoah playing the Black Stars was, and we saw the environment was too toxic for him. And the kind of performance he was putting at the national club level, he comes here and he's so toxic, and sometimes he had to say, look, I'm no longer going to play for the Black Stars, and then he will come in again. I mean, historically, the environment in the Black Stars have been a challenge. For instance, you finish a game and the GFA president will come and tell you that Charlie, and of course, I don't have to repeat the words, but the communication with the team, and all of a sudden the boys are sitting there, Charlie, you see, and even these 2 games before, what they call it, after the game against Chad, the sports minister was there, statement after statement, former Black Star players come, statement after statement, and that is not what they are used to at the club level. At the club level, the manager comes, the video analysts show them what they need to do. The manager tells them not too much shouting, and no, what do you call it, club president coming to shout at them. They give them the peace of mind to work. But in the Black Stars environment, it's a different ball game altogether.
It's a different situation.
So it's more psychological. And I think if he's able to settle, if he's able to feel at home, if he's able to psych himself to embrace the pressure that comes with playing for the Black Stars, I think he'll be able to bang in the goals very easily, very, very easily. Okay, very easily. I don't know, maybe if he needs to have a conversation with Asamoah Gyan, because if there's one player who has been able to build a mental fortitude and to rise above the criticisms and the toxic environment in the Black Stars, is Asamoah Gyan. And maybe he needs to talk to him so that Asamoah Gyan can pass on certain, things in terms of how he was able to navigate himself through the Black Stars, because that's what he needs. Beyond that, this guy is special. And if you can get him to give us what he does at Bournemouth, I'm telling you, against Central African Republic and against what, Comoros? Oh, goodness me.
Yeah. You can join the Zoom, you can join the Zoom link and then join the conversation in a moment. But there's something I took from what you said, which is something I have been big on for a number of years. This idea that we can just go and import players from somewhere, and I'm very deliberate about using the word import, and just come and plug and play them. It doesn't work anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. You see, national teams ought to be managed differently from the way you would manage a club. Yeah? If it's a football club, I mean, even for football clubs, when you sign a new player, that you train every day, even for football clubs that they train every day, it can take players sometimes months.
Before you can adapt,
Yeah. 90 consecutive days, sometimes 100 days, sometimes more, before they begin to get used to the culture and take to life in that new environment. We have a practice where we love to circumvent the process of growth. So the player burst onto the scene, we would avoid them, we won't call them into the national team at under 17, under 20, under 23 level, but because the cream will always rise to the top, even when we ignore them, because they genuinely are the best players of their age, once the natural progression sets in and 8 or 7 years later, they are around 24, 25, 26, and they are ripe for the national team, they will still be the best players that you have to go and pick from. But by that time, because they are not used to playing for the national team, when they come, it is difficult for them. Now, the current generation of Black Stars players are proof that, look, these things don't work. You would have an outlier situation, maybe like the Tony Baffo situation, 93 or whatever it was, yeah, who hasn't played for us before, but just gets thrown into the national team. It works. Kevin Prince Boateng, but those are outliers. If you look at all of the players that we brought into the Black Stars before the 2022 World Cup, the so-called Avengers, none of them is thriving. A lot of those, perhaps the closest we had to someone who would be comfortable to thrive was Kofi Chire, and injuries have denied him of that. But Iñaki Williams, Semenyo, and it is not because they are bad players. I mean, every week, last night, Semenyo showed us that, Charlie, he's among the best players in the Premier League.
Yeah. It's okay.
If these guys if he can take on the pressure of being racially abused at Anfield, and in that same game, go on to score a brace of goals, I don't think it's a psychological problem. It is an issue of not being familiar with the football culture we have, and generally the way we do our things in the Black Stars. And that's why I think, you see, all of these new boys, Prince Owusu and the case who have been called up, I'm not saying they are not good enough, they are good, but let them get used to the proper age limit teams first. Learn the way of the Black Starlets, the Black Satellites, the Black Meteors, and then at the very least, they need to have played for 2 of your national teams before they find their way into the Black Stars. And I'm not saying play 10 games a year for under 17, there are complexities with it. But if you want to make them part of your national team, over time, they need to acclimatize with the national team. They need to understand the culture of the people. They need to understand the expectations Ghanaians have of them. They need to understand why the Ghanaian who will be clapping for them during the training sessions on Tuesday will turn up at the Accra Sports Stadium on Friday, and the moment they miss a pass, that Ghanaian is raining insults at them. It is coming from a place of love. Maybe they are miscommunicating what they mean. Maybe they are being too colorful in their language, right? But it is coming from a place of love. It is not hate. But that is something you would not know if you have not associated with Ghanaians. You would also may not understand that that individual's view is not a reflection of the broader population. And then it begins to create the wrong impression, and the person lives with it.
And you see,
that they are not loved.
The point about making them available for the junior team so they can pick up the culture. You know,
the producer says there's someone on the Zoom. Yeah, so let's get onto the Zoom link and get our first caller and then progress with the conversation. Good morning. If you can turn on your camera, turn on your camera, unmute yourself, and then let's have a conversation. I'm told we have Seth on the line. Seth, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Charlie, why you go hide where you know the feed turn on your camera, no? Because this be TV, we foresee you. Or you go hide for some place where you know seek permission from madam, so you know the feed show your face there. Seth, this is what I catch you.
I hope you can see.
Seth, I still can't see you. You are still hiding your face.
Like seriously?
Yeah, we still can't see you. So turn on your camera. Yeah, and let's. But you go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I'm having interest in. That is a conversation that is pertaining to Inaki Williams and then Antoine Semenyo.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Seth. Go ahead. We can hear you. We can see you too.
So what pertaining to them, what I can say is, you know, when Semenyo was in the championship, anytime it comes to Black Stars, I saw that he was giving his best. But you know, right now he's at the top, and because he's at the top, he sees his legs as a weapon, and for that reason, when it comes to the national team, he always tries to protect his leg. I mean, some 50-50 balls that Semenyo used to, I mean, go in for tackles when playing at the championship. Because right now he's at the top, we don't see that, what do you call it, effort anymore. Same as Inaki Williams. So for Black Stars to get strikers like Asamoah again, I think we have to, I mean, come back to our local league. I mean, we've closed our ears to a striker like Albert Amoah and the rest. So,
Charlie, you really think that, for example, the chances that Semenyo and Iñaki have been missing, it's because they don't want to give their all?
Yeah, because they see themselves as the national team can provide them with the kind of money that they need.
Oh, no.
So they go Europe and then they give, I mean, their 100% best. But look at what they are giving to us. So how do you see Semenyo when he was in championship and then right now as he is in Bournemouth? I mean, he's not giving that best.
All right.
Or,
yeah. So thank you very much. Very well explained view. Let's take another caller on the Zoom. Is Prosper back today? Charlie, it looks like Prosper, as they started scoring team, they play hide and seek plus boys here. You let Arsenal or Man United lose and you join the Zoom. You hear your day on the Zoom. You only show face when your team loses. Anyway, who else do we have on the Zoom? Yeah, turn on your camera, unmute your microphone, and then let's have a conversation. I'm interested in what you guys think about Antoine Semenyo and Iñaki Williams. Clearly, there is no issue of quality. I don't think there is an issue with effort. I think they give their all. It just doesn't work out for the reasons that I've stated. So you can also join the Zoom. The Zoom link is there. The Zoom ID and password are both on the screen. Just cue them in and join the conversation. And let's get to know what you also make of this, yeah? The team will be in Morocco first for the game away to, I think, Central African Republic, is that? Yeah, okay. Who do we have here on the Zoom link?
Yeah, Joe.
Joe?
Yeah, this is Joe, Japan.
Right.
I'm back again.
Charlie, how's Japan and how's everyone in Japan?
Oh, Charlie, everyone is doing well. Charlie, I recommended your show to one of the some of my friends, and they all
salute, man. You be guy. Charlie, shout outs to your friends. What are their names? Let's give them some shouts.
Michael Maputo, Mohammed,
right,
and the other guys, some Ghanaian community.
Charlie, you guys the first. You be students for there or you work there?
I work here.
Right, fantastic. And Charlie, what time is it in Tokyo by this time? Because I'm suspecting it's very early.
It's 6:37
p.m.
in the evening.
All right, okay. And that's cool. Charlie, talk to us about this Black Stars conundrum of Antoine Semenyo and Iñaki Williams. Charlie, the goal you scored yesterday, if you score for Black Stars, Charlie, like it go be you.
I think there are a lot of factors.
Right.
Okay. Maybe the system that we play at Black Star does not fit them. I think in Bournemouth, Semenyo is giving more of that free role. He has that free role to do whatever he likes with the ball, and most of the times he comes for the ball and do whatever he likes with the ball. And with Iñaki Williams, I think the system is not helping him, because when you look at him play for Club Athletic and play for Ghana, you see he's trying to give everything, but he's not getting the supplies that he gets from when he plays in Spain. So I think I think the coach style of play and the system is not helping the two. So most of the time when you watch Black Star matches and you see the ball go, we get the balls on the flank, most of the crosses are not coming. You see Iñaki Williams will just be running around, going into spaces, and they are not giving him the passes. And I think some of the problem has to do with some of the players. Some of the players want to over-impress. Someone like Kudus. Kudus sometimes have to release. We know he's more of like a playmaker of something, but sometimes he has to also release the ball. And I don't know, the coordination is not there. I think the system that we are playing is not helping them. That is what I think.
All right. Thank you very much. But what team do you support? My producer wants to know.
Oh, Abi, you know.
Chelsea.
Abi, you know, say we go ship the boys this actually. We go come here like 1:30 a.m.
Okay.
I don't go sleep. I just go there, do all night and then wait.
Last time I tell you, people say your team no rich. You say me, I was being sentimental. You see what happened to your team since then? Anyway, let's get one more caller on the Zoom link and then get to hear more from Ghanaians here. Prosper is finally back. Charlie, what's up?
Why we're allegation that?
What allegation? I'm speaking facts. If your team don't show up, if your team don't win, you know they show up, you play hide and seek. If your team win, you are the first on the Zoom list.
Last week I was on the show.
You were not the first on the list. That be the point I didn't make. If your team win, then you roots, you come giddy.
Being first there, sometimes you have to study the environment before you enter.
Charlie, the Iñaki and the Semenyo problem.
I was told that you were not feeling well because we lost against Man United.
Oh, man, that's an absolute lie, man. That's a lie.
I believe you are a strong man.
It's a lie from the pit of hell, my brother. It's a lie from the pit of hell, man.
We are not like them where if they are scored and they are going home, they'll go and hide somewhere.
All right, look, if not red card, this will any red card any red card almost me show be a one kind of control.
I go, how are you?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You need more therapy.
You Prosper. Your team is losing. Your team is on a losing streak.
Prosper is on the floor.
And you are asking someone, is he sure?
Prosper, please continue. I don't know if you feel uncomfortable, sir.
It be you guys before ask if you.
When you're talking about their team, then they are.
It be you guys before ask if you dey okay. Hey, producer,
but I don't know you come with my way uncomfortable, sir.
Thank you very much.
Prosper,
you Prosper. Your team is on a losing spree.
Prosper,
if you they can't ask boys say, are you sure?
United for
are you sure
you ask yourself, in which manner did we lose the game? And in which manner?
Explanations and lamentations.
No, but context is important. Context
no one wants to know, bro.
Context
just win.
You were told that the system, and 10 against 11 system. So wait and see. We'll come good.
Mm-hmm. Tell them. Tell them.
See, Prosper, because of that, I won't even allow you to talk about the Black.
Oh, no, I want to...
stay on. Stay on. Stay on. I'm going to do something else with you. Yeah. Let's look at the fixtures. Check, if I can quickly look at the fixtures and then I'll get Prosper's views on that. Since he wants to talk about Chelsea, who are taking on Liverpool today, let's stay on that beat. Charlie, Prosper, Liverpool, they're not win in back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace do them, way Galatasaray to nice, they give them welcome to hell, Charlie. They miss them 1-2. Last year, Liverpool had to go until April before they lost consecutive games. But it'll be like this year, September, no, then lose twice. That game versus Chelsea, Charlie, how did you see him?
Oh, yes. I've said it from the beginning of the season that Slot is going to face the reality of the Premier League, and that's what he's going through. See, even though Chelsea is not having all their first 11 players, but trust me, this game is not about form. I'll say it again. Against Man United, I said it. And everybody will be surprised how Chelsea is going to beat Liverpool this afternoon. It's not because I support Chelsea, but I know what I'm talking about.
You don't even have defenders.
See again?
You don't have defenders. No Chaluba.
That is why I started by saying it's not about form, it's not about players. I know we don't have defenders, but whoever Maresca is going to put on the pitch, I'm telling you that they are going to give their all in all. If Chelsea can go and train on their pitch just for Liverpool, it tells you something that the whole the coaching staff and the players are very serious to beat Liverpool. Not because Liverpool has lost 2 matches, but because of the gap on the table. I'm very sure of that, and we are going to beat Liverpool not less than 2 goals.
Okay, thank you very much. Leeds United are taking on Spurs. Arsenal face West Ham. Man United will play Sunderland, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Agogo, the talk before this week, now the reports are conflicting. Yeah. Before, David Ornstein of The Athletic reported that Amorim retains the supporters of the Man United hierarchy.
Yeah, this
morning, James Daka is also reporting that if United lose, it is best for Ruben Amorim.
Today?
Yeah. If they lose, then for sack the guy.
I ask you, behind the scenes, actually, I ask you, are you sure Amorim is the only problem in Manchester United?
No. You see, 2 truths can coexist. United have other issues.
Yeah.
Then there is a coaching problem. But I don't think the other issues United have should stop the coach from doing his job.
But
okay, so now because it be your turn, you have to explain to me, yes. Should the guy be sacked? If not, why?
Okay, so currently Amorim should just move on.
Right.
Because I think the players are not willing to adapt to the third-back system. And this man is also not willing to change his tactics. And I do have personal problem with Amorim because even with the third-back, they do have types of third-back.
Yeah.
My generation, you see, when you are talking to the OGs, the old guys, they'll be like, they do have coaches who started with the third-back system. But my generation, I watch more of the third back under Antonio Conte, and you always start with only 2 attackers. I don't see any double 10s. I don't see wingers playing this system. It's all about the full backs. You pack your midfield, then you start with 2 attackers. But Amorim is not willing to change tactics. And the players, if you watch Manchester United, especially Dogu, he's not willing to learn. The full backs, he's struggling. He does not know what to do. So the problem, if Amorim don't want to tweak or change tactics, then he should move on. But then I won't support the Manchester United players. Our current players, actually, I won't support them. We want Manchester United under a 4-back system. Ten Hag. They can't even run. They are
another bad coach.
Ten Hag is on up. Yes. What about?
So 3-back is not working. 4-back is
not working.
And it is the coach.
That's what I'm saying. I will complain, I will blame Amorim, but I will support our players. Actually, You know.
How many of them would you keep, the Man United?
Current players?
Yeah.
I think our defenders, only 2. Delete Euro. Maguire, Onko, Lushaw, Dalot, Dogu, Onko. Even our midfield, I'll keep only Kobe. And I know you do agree with me. You would keep Casemiro. Big 2025. Ugarte, maybe as a squad player, fine. But Ugarte as a starter, I don't think you would like to start Ugarte in your first 11. And the wingers too, I think we need squad depth. We need more players. In Buemo, I was hyping the new Ryan Giggs. But see, last season you scored 20 plus goals with 8 assists. But even against your own team, Brentford, you can't give a simple pass. So what's the problem? If you are going to blame your coach, blame our players. Even without coach, Grisby, Manchester United should score Grisby with it, even without Amorim. And you know it's Grisby. Even without coach, you should win. So I will complain. I will blast Amorim, but our players, you can't trust our players. Zach, I'm not willing to learn.
Zach.
No, I completely agree with him. And
on which points that Amorim should go, or the fact that
on 2 points that Amorim, yes, because bottom line, he needs to bear the ultimate responsibility. He's a manager, all right. He's a manager, but also in criticizing, I think the entire team needs to be told the truth. The entire team. It's often easy to single out the coach and say, yeah, Amorim, blah blah blah. Amorim should go. But let me be very honest with you. If Amorim goes and you go and bring another coach, I will be very surprised that the players will perform, exceptionally different. I'll be extremely surprised to see the players perform exceptionally different. Because look at the trajectory. And if K is not taking the path on which Man United is on, it's not looking good. Yeah. If Amorim leaves, Ten Hag goes, Amorim comes, look at the trajectory on which United is on as far as changing coaches are concerned. There have to be a point where United decides that we are taking a break, all right? We are sticking with somebody, and we are going to reshuffle the team until we get the
Isn't
personnel.
that the way of big clubs that at the slightest sign of mediocrity, they sack, there is very little tolerance for mediocrity.
So the point is that you don't just sack the coach, you sack players. Yeah. You overhaul the team. You tell players who have underperformed that thank you very much for your services. You've got 2 years contract more, we'll pay you off. Go.
But nobody does that.
Nobody does that. That's what big teams do.
Who? Like what big teams?
Madrid. Sterling. Madrid. You will not be played.
Madrid. Wait. Those are outliers. The Chelsea situation
okay.
is talking. That's like 3 or 4 players like that.
So what are you going to do?
But nobody gets rid of.
No, the same energy a big team has to tell a coach after 6 games, 5 games, not performing to the level that they want of him. The same energy the team has to sack the coach. They must have the same ball to tell even big players that look, you are not delivering at the level we want you, and it's time. It is enough. Of course, it's not going to be sack the whole team and replace the team, but there are certain specific players that you need to tell them, thank you very much. No disrespect to Casemiro, but Casemiro should not be in the team today. Casemiro should not be part of your team today, with all due respect to him.
He's a starter.
All right? Look at what he did with Rasmus. Brilliant. You bought him, didn't do well. Go on. Is he on loan or is this
loan?
Yeah, boom, he's gone. That is what you do to some of the players. And some of the players, Maguire, with all due respect to Maguire, with all due respect to De Ligt. De Ligt was playing at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich let De Ligt go. Bayern Munich, that is big boys mentality.
With the likes of Upamecano.
Bayern Munich told De Ligt, Charlie, thank you very much, but you are not doing.
But it's the same Bayern that let Owen Hargreaves go.
Who?
Owen Hargreaves.
Yeah, but I'm just
the Champions League.
I'm making a point. All right, these big teams are telling big players with big egos that you are not performing at the level we want, so you should go. And United must continue to recycle players until they get a certain core of team that they know can perform.
But they shouldn't do that with the coach as well.
But that's the point I'm making. That the same spirit they are doing with the coach, it must be applied to the team.
All right, look, our final conversation is going to be very brief. This morning, I woke up and the first thing I saw from RMC Sports broke my heart, and it's about Lamine Yamal. Last week, we had a conversation, and I was defending Lamine Yamal, and I still will, because look, he's a kid. If I had the sort of money Lamine Yamal has, I probably would have done worse. So I don't really blame him. Also, the sort of parents he's got inform the sort of choices he make or shape the sort of choices he make. Because look, I always say that if you as a parent, your child can bring strippers to a birthday party, it reflects poorly on you. He's not doing it on your blind side. This was a birthday party that relatives and family members were there. And the report is that this kid was able to bring strippers to that birthday. It reflects poorly on you. Now we're waking up to the reports that the mother is organizing a meet and greet. She's also a celebrity now, so she says people should come and pay money to come and sit and dine with her. People who are supposed to protect Lamine Yamal are now taking advantage of the boy's image and his popularity to make money. Look at this flyer. Champagne on arrival, 3-course dinner, photo opportunity, non-stop entertainment and DJ. And the rate can go up to £800 per person. This is the mother taking advantage of the son. So the people who are supposed to protect him are now feeding off him. So who really looks out for Lamine Yamal's interest? Who is there to protect him and guide him and say, you know what, too much attention is not good for you, or this or that will hurt you? Now I fear for the boy. Because if this is the sort of parent he has, the father, he's taking strippers to parties that the father is attending. The mother is making money off the kid. Maybe on another day we can expand on this conversation, but yeah, that's our show for today. My name is Victor Achutamaklo. Agogo, Zach says 10 seconds.
No, Charlie, make you give shout out. We get playing
shout out to the Pioneering guys, and shout out to the guys out there supporting me, and they should follow my TikTok account now. I'm trying.
Shall I say they put some fire?
Yeah. Agogo Cyrus.
Mention the account. They know the account.
Agogo Cyrus. Yeah.
Agogo Cyrus. Cyrus CYRUS.
Yeah.
So. Fantastic. Charlie, Zach, shout outs to your baby girls and your brothers.
Yeah, shout out to Gloria. Gloria, baby.
Mention the name. Who's Gloria?
Look, this kind of message you don't shout to.
Who's Gloria?
You don't shout. Charlie, romantic name.
So who's Gloria?
Shout out to Gloria. The hat is the hat. The math is the math. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we got a long way to go, so we got to sort it out. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Zakito.
You know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, man. Charlie, the game is what? Chelsea.
Let me also say big shout. Good morning to you, Sylvia. You're wonderful.
Hey! Yeah. You see my boy. You're my boy. You're my boy.
Look, that's our show for today. We'll catch you next week. We'll catch you next week, yeah? Take good care of yourself.